So the first title was, yeah, right, and I said, oh, I think it's probably a year.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep, both feet hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on the scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. The other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep, both feet hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on the scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though so we ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Trying to get by, life's tough. Trying to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I'm reluctant, I won't stop till the end, no. I'm not okay, I just wanna be someday
welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is time for the American Sim Racing Series set to take place here tonight, and it is the last race before the playoffs get set to go here this week. Join with me in the booth, Todd Chase Jr. Todd, welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah, it's finally great to be back here at a good racetrack where we're going to see a lot of good racing tonight. If you like short super speedway racing, well, you better hang on because it's going to be that times probably a million.
Yeah, I think it just could actually be a really good race. As, you see a bunch of cars fly by, blazing speed. These guys are out there getting some practice in here. Been doing it for a little bit now, but we're about ready to go. Green in just a couple moments right now. The qualifying's already been done, Todd, and all that. Right now, Jason Kefker on top of the board here in the final practice session. Paved Atlanta, Todd. This place has changed since the last time we've been to it. What to expect?
Well, first things first is they've added some banking through the corners and they've narrowed the racing surface of this racetrack. So you kind of have like the turns of, what would you say, Homestead, but yet the narrowness of like Texas in a way. So what you could really expect is some really close racing to where just a minor mistake could ultimately create the big one.
Yeah, and we were talking about this or off the air before we came on here. This place is a little bit more narrow compared to what it is. I noticed it when we was in there practicing. I asked you, I said, this place looks a little bit smaller as far as the width of the turns and stuff like that. It's going to make things fun to watch and see, but you said it was narrow, correct?
Yeah, they narrowed it quite a bit.
Okay.
So, the thing to watch, though, normally with a super speedway race, you see that double white line with the red in the middle. That is, anything to the left is the out-of-bounds line.
Yeah.
It'd be curious to see if they allow these guys just in the quad oval to go down like you see right here in final practice of these guys coming to the line. It'd be interesting to see if they allow them guys to do that during the race.
Yeah, I'm going to be kind of anxious to see the speeds here. Because the track record for here is set by, oddly enough, I think, Steve Unich, 30.204. Right now, we already broke that. So, right now, we will have a new track record, which is pretty cool to see. And one other thing, Todd, that we need to talk about is tires. Not really going to be they're going to be a factor, of course. But compared to the old track, they're nowhere near as devastating, I guess, compared to what we've seen in the past.
No, usually with the old racetrack, you could go probably about 10 to 15 laps on a run to where the times would start falling off. Now, as we get ready to go for tonight's race, tire wear really won't be much of a factor. I could see some of these guys, only taking one set of tires throughout the rest, throughout tonight's race. So, with that new paving that we had here, it's going to make things a lot more interesting as far as grip-wise.
Jerry Cochran right now on top of the board, Todd. And now one other thing we got to talk about is the playoffs.
Yes, sir, we do.
Things are really heating up in the playoffs. It was pretty interesting because coming in to tonight, we talked about it last week. We was more curious about who was it we were watching.
Thomas McBride and Todd Cray, which is.
Go ahead. I think he's given up his playoff spot.
Who?
McBride.
I hope not, because I
think I've seen where he will not be at like one or two of the races, and he said that he's liable and he could give it up if they wanted him to. So we're still going to keep an eye on it. But right now, it is Ray Polkey, Johnny Avila above the cut line, 17-13. McBride only 2 points above the cut line with Todd Cray right there as well. So we're going to see points matter tonight.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can win this race here tonight, but the guy that definitely needs to win here is Todd Cray for sure.
Yeah, Todd Cray going to try to knock McBride out of the playoffs. So we'll kind of be watching that, especially during the stage break now. This lap 130, or this race 130 lap stage break coming at what lap, Todd?
Lap 50.
Lap 50, so there you go. All right, we're going to start it, and it is none other than Adam Matt's going to be starting on the front row, along with Dwayne Hunt, Steve Units, Jeff Units. How about that? Steve's been the guy that everybody's been trying to beat.
Yes.
Multiple.
Yes.
Jerry Cochran, Jason Mullis, Todd Curry, Jason Kevin. Todd, as we go through the rest of this list, I asked I did a poll over on YouTube. Will we see a new winner tonight? Right now the poll is yes. We got more votes for yes. Do you like that? Right now 67 to 33%.
I do, and I just mentioned it. You know, anybody can win this race. Todd Cray, he's got experience racing at the actual NASCAR level back in the day, but this car has definitely thrown him a loop.
Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, so we're not going to interview. I was actually going to do an interview real quick, but we'll wait to do that under a yellow. We did see some accidents happen here, Todd. And the thing is, each accident we've seen here in practice was a big one.
Yeah, turn 2 is definitely going to be the trouble spot tonight, just because you're going from a racetrack or an area on the racetrack where it's kind of wider through the turns than it is down the backstretch, but you got everybody kind of, you know, spread out in the turn, and they're trying to funnel down to get in line down the backstretch. So watch for some of these guys to accidentally catch these other guys in front of them in the right rear to spin them in front of everybody else.
Todd, who gets to win?
I am actually going to go. I think Hunter Waters is actually going to pull it off.
I'm going to go with Jason Kevin. All right, Todd Chase Jr., bring us to the green flag.
Pace car dives down just like it does every week here in the ASL Cup Series as we approach the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out.
Stacking up.
We are underway.
Stacking up hard. A lot of bumping right there in that second row. Looked like the 27 really did not get going. He lost multiple positions along with the 21 and the 93.
And you're starting to see up front everybody getting single file at the bottom. It's going to turn into like what you see here at Daytona Talladega.
Yeah, that's one thing we was talking about, and really listening to throttle in car. You guys really don't get off the gas much, especially early on. We're actually you can hop on board here with Lynn Baldwin. You guys can roll around with him for just a second here in his in car. You can see not off the throttle as he closes into the back of the 93. Probably about the only time you're getting off the throttle so you don't run into the back of the guy in front of you.
Yeah, the closing rate in these cars are
Ridiculous.
It's really, yeah, like you don't have time to slow down enough to not run into somebody, but we can already see who is that falling back. I believe that is
Jason Mullis dropped back.
Yep.
A little bit. He's back to 10th. New record, Todd, 29.891. Justin Gann shattered the previous record by over almost a second. Not a second, but quite a bit.
See the outside lane starting to form up at about the 7th, 8th, 9th position with Patrick
Patrick's
Passon
kind of
here.
working both lanes right now, which is interesting. Going up and down, kind of figuring out where his car likes to run. And one thing we did see, you just seen it right there, Todd, is some of these cars using that apron on the front stretch. No problems at all doing that. And Todd, something else I'm kind of curious about, and it reminded me a lot of Charlotte now that I'm sitting here looking at red stripe that you see.
Yep.
Do you think that could become a factor in this race to help these cars turn? Because we know cars using it at Charlotte for that.
I think you do. I think it's going to come down towards the end.
Yeah.
Where if you've got a good run on somebody, you may clip it to kind of help you rotate. But
that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like you run it kind of like Charlotte. So far. It's just a lot faster.
still Adam Matz out front. Does look like Jeff Unich has now jumped to the outside to try and pull that line up. And it looks like they're going to lose a little bit momentum as now Dwayne Hunt and Adam Matz will surge out front still.
Todd, one other thing that we want to mention, pretty big news coming out 2 days ago for the ASL series. The 2023 race calendar has been released. Not the track, just the calendar itself. But it does look like they're going to go back to a 12-driver format. But it looks like it starts December the 11th is Clash. But January 1st will start the regular season, New Year's Day. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's actually going to hold true or not.
Yeah, a lot of
because
everything may be pushed back a week on that. We'll have to wait and see.
Right, but it's cool to see that they're already planning for next season.
Yeah.
Already, like I said, already announced the Clash when it's going to be. It's just a matter of where it's going to be.
Yeah. Of course, we got to get through this season first, and once again here at Atlanta tonight, and then next week, Todd, we take off from here and go short track racing. The first round of the playoffs for this series is really different, Todd. We head to Richmond next week, like I just said, in Sonoma and Kansas.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add to that too is the broadcast is actually going to be posted on Spotify throughout the playoffs each week, so it will not be streamed on there. So probably late Sundays we will be posting those up on there. But yeah, that little stretch of racetracks there really diversified, you know.
Really different, yeah. And
So
really, even the second round really different with Darlington, Talladega, and Homestead. Darlington's one of the places that's very tough to drive, and anything can happen at Talladega. Really, if you're a intermediate driver that likes the mile and a half, schedule really don't favor you very much.
No, so just gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you're anything like Bubba Wallace, who thrives on the mile and a halves and super speedways, the season's gonna be a little difficult for you next season.
And that's the thing. I kind of hope that Phoenix gets changed for the championship race.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see it go to
North Wilkesboro.
That would be fine with me, to be honest. You know, I want to see something different. I don't want to see Phoenix, even Atlanta. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Homestead. Right? Everything we've done for the past like 3 years has been them tracks as a championship race. So I'm hoping we can kind of go something different. Let's wait and see. Short jump.
Yeah. Not much really to speak of as far as this race right now. Your top five: Adam Matz, Dwayne Hunt, Jesse Bunnell, Todd Cray, and Patrick DeSaunier just took over that fifth spot from Jeff Unich. Now, we got some cars way down at the bottom. I think everybody's good.
Yeah, everybody's good. It looked like not Rafael Rodriguez. I want to say it was Baldwin, maybe, that scraped the wall. He got back in line. I do want to mention, Todd, you guys have seen Rafael Rodriguez. He is actually a few laps down because he had a penalty from a couple races ago where he made a bad mistake. And
yep.
He's now sorry that penalty. 3 laps down. But
here you go. Adam Matz getting stuck on the outside lane because here comes Jesse Bunnell now for the race lead.
Jesse going underneath. Looks like he may lead this lap at the start-finish line. Yes, but that lap.
It was very close though. But now you look at this. You got Adam Matz and Dwayne Hunt stuck out there on the high side. Bunnell gets a little loose.
Yeah, Rafael, I believe, kind of threw some dirty air. And you also got the 21 really pushing that 96, and maybe lifting up the back end a little bit. Looks like everybody kind of collects herself. Who's that up on the outside? Dwayne Hunt?
Yes.
There you go.
Dwayne Hunt battling for that second position, pushing the 9 of Adam Matz who's still currently your race leader.
Had a good race last week, by the way, Todd. Martinsville
Mhm.
Speedway. 16 cautions in that race. A lot of the cautions did not come till later on. With Justin Gann picking up the win. 72 laps led for driver 31, which cashed his way into the playoffs, I believe.
Yeah, and he's one of them drivers who actually surprised me all season long, who didn't pick up a win until then.
Yeah, remember I have Justin by Final Four. Until last week, so let's wait and see if that holds true.
Everybody's single filed out now, all the way back to, I believe, let's see here, to Thomas McBride. And then you got, well, you did have Jeff Unich battling with Kyle Vermeer for the 8th position, but now it does look like everybody's starting to single file out now. And I mean, this could help some of these guys further in the field. Coming into the night's race, I believe the fuel, not really a factor. I believe they said about 65 to 70 laps, but I think some of these guys further back, like you see Johnny Avila, Mark Jenkins, Gary May, Darren Clement, you know, I wonder if them guys are all just kind of hanging back there, saving fuel to possibly, you know, come down at the end of the stage as Ray Polking gets a little loose off of turn 2.
What was the stage? Lap 50. What
Lap
was,
50.
And what was the fuel mileage?
65 to 70.
Now, that could change a little bit because draft.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we're not sure how they play that. Like you said, if they're trying to save fuel, I think a lot of these guys are playing it really safe right now because it's a new track. And we've seen, we did see quite a few wrecks in practice. Let's just be honest. And the wrecks that happened were pretty violent. So
Yeah.
a lot of guys trying to stay out of trouble so they would not like get caught up into that.
I'm a little surprised that this outside lane hasn't really had the momentum to kind of come back up closer to the front. I mean, right now I believe it is, trying to see who that is. I believe it's Bunnell with Thomas McBride out there trying to get that high side to work.
Yeah,
but
the thing is, man, you're going to have to use that side draft here. You're going to have to pull those guys back. You know, like, you're going to have to get right on their door, basically, in the corners. You're going to have to swing out wide on the exits, and then it'll drag them back a little bit. And we know that. They've done it here in the past. It ain't going to be no different. Did we get a look at the weather? Because I did not talk about it.
I don't think we did.
It's a hot track.
Let's see. Look at the info here. It is 89 degrees. Track temp is 110. Winds are 11 mile an hour out of the west. Yeah, but with as wide as these tires are and this new racetrack surface, there's still a lot of grip in this racetrack.
So out of turn 4, Matt's going to lead this one once again. That high side, with 35 up there as well.
53, yep. They're starting to side draft, like you had mentioned. You see right there.
Jesse's doing a really good job of it.
Yep. Was able to pull the 21 back away from the 19 and the 9.
See right there,
Yes,
they get a little bit closer though to the corners, I think, and get kind of a little bit closer to the door. Maybe go out half of it. Really feel like that. Or do that. But he's starting to figure it out, I think. And the thing is, these guys are good enough. They will figure it out. They'll figure out how fast. There he goes.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're starting to roll a little bit out of the throttle because of tires. So, yeah, big run right here for that outside lane with McBride and Jesse Bennell.
Down quite a few RPMs compared to what we run. He's at 81, 100 RPMs in the corner early in the race. He started to slow down quite a bit. Now watching the throttle here. Yeah, he's flipping the throttle. Not much though. You are right. They are out of gas a little bit. Pretty interesting.
Here comes another
race,
big
though,
run for McBride. Gonna push the 96 up to the 19. But here's the thing. McBride gets these really good runs out of the corner and down the straightaways, but when he pushes the 96, he backs off, I think, just a little too far away off the 96 to where they can't really get that run off. Now, right there, he did a great job because now the 96 is clear of the 9, and so is the 53. Watch for them to drop down.
Yep. 53 going to stay on the outside. He wants to lead. Nope.
He's going to go to the bottom. Yep.
Smart move. Good job, Jesse. That was really that was a lot on Thomas too, Todd, because he was pushing quite a bit. So Jesse needs to make sure he gives Thomas a shout out, pushing him to the lead. I do think that clean air does make a big difference though. We've seen Matt's able to hold the lead quite a while. Boy, they're working good together, ain't they?
Oh yeah, but here's the thing: you don't want to get too far out there, because then, you know, the 9 and the 19, we already know they're really fast working together. You know, it's just one small mistake of them getting out too far could actually not be able to hold off that run that the 9 and the 19 get.
So far, the pole 67 to 33. Got a pole up on the 32. Will we have a new winner tonight? Todd, do you think so? Who do you pick?
I picked, I believe it was the 7 of Hunter Waters.
Hunter Waters has won this season, which is kind of surprising. Has he won? No.
No, he has not.
I mean, honestly, your best bet would be yes, because Steve Eunice is one of us every race. All right, and in odds, then yes. You know.
I think he's won like six out of the 9 races that we've had so far.
5 out of the 9.
Okay.
So Jesse Bennell's got to win. He's out in the alley. They're starting to base out here, Todd.
Yeah, this is getting to be eerie reminiscent of how the old Atlanta used to be, where these guys would start spacing out.
Very interesting. You can see, I mean, Dwayne Hunt must have noticed it as well, because he has dropped right behind his teammate. I don't think they're going to break away too much longer. It looks like they're going to catch back up. Johnny Avila underneath. 7 of Hunter Waters. Nice little paint there Johnny's running. QCP Designs. Todd Chase Jr. made that one.
Yeah, I believe next week the 63 will have a Halloween-themed paint for the month of October.
Check out
working on the
Thomas McBride, not the second. Remember, playoff implications there. And then Todd Cray in 4th right now. Trust me, that's going to matter when it comes to lap 50. I promise. Right
starting
now,
to see these guys, you know, the back end starting to get a little more loose as we go down throughout the run. I'm starting to think maybe the tires are going to be a factor here once we get to the end of the stage.
There's still quite a bit of fall off. I mean, it's about what we see at other mile and a half tracks. I feel like about 1.3 seconds right now fall off for a leader to his best lap. So that's about 30 laps in, 32 laps in.
Top 2 have broken away, Thomas McBride and Jesse Bennell, but they've got lap traffic ahead of them. I think this is going to create a little bit of an issue for their lead. As you see now, the 30 and the 21 starting to close in that gap by working with themselves, or working together, I should say.
We're not going to see these guys pit, I don't think, before the stage break. I don't know if anybody will come in, because I think they'll get a lap down if they pit. It's a pretty long pit road.
Yeah, I don't think these guys will go a lap down either, but the only way I could see these guys coming down before the end of the stage is if they want to flip their position for the points. You know, if they're more worried about stage points to kind of get into the playoffs, they may, you know, they may try to stay out, or if they're worried about winning the actual race, they may come down and give up them stage points in order to have track position towards the end of this race.
Yeah, you see Justin Gaines swapping spots here with Todd Gray. That is by design. Maybe Todd's wanting to push here and see if he can try to, and there goes Justin Gaines to the bottom.
Wow. A lot of good racing up there for that third position. I'm back.
Yeah, side by side right here behind him, McBride and Craig, and then even Adam Matt starting to creep in here as well. McBride's like, what about me? I get help pushing you all the way up here. Now I'm falling back. It is very reminiscent of Rocky Super Speedway race, though. And let's see, the 30 might use this. I'm about to say the 30 might use this lap car right here as a pick. If he can get underneath him. That's the 22 of, is that 22? The 72, I'm sorry, Jerry Cochran, who's usually really fast, by the way. And now the 30's just going to follow along with the 96. A little bit further back in the field, Patrick Saunier side by side with the 90 of Kyle Bernier. And the 27, almost making it 3 wide, of Steve Eunice. I think who we want to see right now. I'll be honest, Todd, if this turns into a field mileage race, we're going to be talking about this 27 before the end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, between him and the 89, them Eunice brothers, they got something figured out with these cars.
Yeah, this is playing what they're going. They know, I think they're good enough for a top 5 car. They're just kind of like taking their time. They don't want to be wrecked out or nothing like that. So.
Take a look at somebody else here coming up through the field from the back. This is 63 of Johnny Avila, already up 13 positions. He's riding in the 6th position now.
13 spots, wow.
And he's underneath the 9 of Adam Matz here for 5th.
And now you're starting to focus on getting your stage points. And with this right here, by the way, this is going to let up blocking come in to the next round. Same as Ray Polking. I think it's Ray actually, Todd. Ray back here in 16th right now, so he's not guaranteed anything yet.
No, look at this run by the 63. Gonna make it 3 wide here for 2nd. He's gonna go 3 wide here for 3rd now. Talk about Johnny making some moves.
This is what it comes down to in the playoff picture. Working stage points. You have to make moves that you might not necessarily be comfortable or in a comfortable position. That is not a comfortable position to be in, by the way. That middle line is always scary. I don't care if you're in Talladega or where.
Put it to you this way, I would rather be 3 wide at Talladega than Daytona and Atlanta.
Yeah, imagine, I mean, I'd rather be 3 wide at Talladega any day compared to any track. I've been 5 wide at Talladega before.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's wild. I mean, you do touch doors, it happens, but if you got good enough people around you, you're usually okay. Look right there, Matt's slipping back just a little bit. Giving way to the 22 of Jason Kefker. My pick tonight, 3 wide behind him. And that falls out really quick. McBride going backwards, Todd. Not what he wants.
No, because I believe you said it was, what, 2 points to where he was ahead of the cut line?
Now, yeah, 2 points above the cut line. If I say, did he win? He did not.
No. Of course, one guy that we haven't really talked much about, who is not here tonight, Derek Pemberton. I would feel like he's already got a win here at this racetrack, not in this series, but yeah, he would be riding, you know, basically on the rear bumper of this 63 as they touch doors just a little bit for the lead. Here comes the 22. Oh, contact!
There they go. 93
wide
rail.
for the race lead.
Big wreck behind him. Caution's out. Patrick DeSaunier spinning to the inside. And it looks like he may have had help. Looks like the 96 could have got some of this as well, Todd. 3 wide, and let's see what happened. And they just came together. Definitely a racing deal. Patrick almost had it. Will be okay. And actually, he may be okay anyway. It's hard to see you would hit that. I think he's going to be okay. Gosh, he plowed that ball. There's really no damage.
Should we check him for a concussion?
Not for Tua.
So caution flag number 1 is out, and it does look like Johnny Avila is scored your race leader for the time being. Justin Gann currently running second, Jason Keffer third, Todd Cray fourth, Adam Matz fifth, Steve Unich, Jeff Unich, 6th and 7th.
Man,
yeah,
I would have
definitely
pit here.
pit.
Yeah, I'd pit there,
Yeah.
I would say. Because you're going to go back green before the stage ends. They're wrecking here, Todd, under caution. 33s just got hit.
Oh, wow.
Mark Jenkins getting some damage. I mean, yeah, pretty much damage, but having some contact. And it looked like it might have been with the 11 of Tyler Seville. Looked like the Jenkins car may have been undecided. Here he was checking up. Oh, okay, so that's what happened. He sped up and then checked up and just lost the back end. Wow. So
these are... Sorry, go ahead.
Pit stops are underway.
Yeah, I was just going to say the top 7 have stayed out. Gary May, Ray Polking, Tyler Seville, Kyle Vermeer, Todd Cray, Justin Gann, and Johnny Avila.
I don't like the idea of staying out. You pit, well, we're seeing a 1.5 second fall off now. You're going to go back green with still 3 laps to go, probably. Man, you're going to get your doors blown off if you stay out. I'm sorry, but there's no way that you can stop it. I don't care who you are.
Well, here's the thing. I don't understand. These guys get 4 sets of tires. Why wouldn't you come down?
Yeah, I don't understand.
You know you're not going to use them all.
Yeah, why would you not come down? Why wait to the stage break?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, if it's that big a deal, cut back down the stage break, put them on again.
Yeah.
Because you'll still have 2 sets left. I mean, I don't quite understand that.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. When we go back green, you're going to be about... Well, this is after the stage. If you were to come down, the next lap you go green is probably going to be about lap 53, 54, somewhere around there, which is going to make you have a, 70 to 75 lap run to the finish. You can go 65 to 70 laps on a tank of fuel. So, unless you have a yellow, try to run out of the back after that stage on them fresh tires and save tire for the end, to where you could possibly win it by staying out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I think in that situation you have to come in. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. I mean, I've been wrong plenty of times.
So the way these guys will restart, it will be Johnny Avila, Justin Gann, your front row, Todd Craig, Kyle Vermeer, your second row, Ray Polking and Tyler Seville, your third row, Adam Matz, Gary May, your fourth row, and Jason Keffer and Steve Unich, your fifth row. When we restart, it'll be lap number 47, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yep. I always got to check because my live timing is always off by a lap, so.
Let's see how
Here we
quick
go.
it takes. It ain't going to take long.
No. Approaching the Geico restart zone, and the 63 takes off.
And that's fine. He can get out to a big lead all he wants. But I'm telling you right now, we got to watch the 9. The first one with fresh tires is the 9 car right there on the outside. This is the only thing that's going to stop him is traffic.
And you know what? I would not be in any hurry to get to the front.
No, you're going to be okay because you don't want to use your tires up too early. But like I said, they may cut back in.
Now look at this. This is a perfect example of being way too far ahead without any help. Johnny Avila has already lost 2 positions as he's battling for, I believe, well, he's still battling for second, but he's stuck in the outside lane right now. Does have help.
3 wide, 63 going wide. Adam Matz, he's got fresh tires, and here they come, Todd. They're trying their best to figure out a way. Not 63, I'm sorry, 53. And he gets blocked right there by Kyle Vermeer. Here comes Matz through the middle. They're going to have a big one, Todd.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to happen.
Right now, the first one with fresh tires is the 22 on the inside. But he needs to get clear of this traffic. That's the thing. But if Todd Crane happens to win this, yeah, he's not going to be patient.
3 wide back here for third, fourth. Oh, wow, this is going to get insane.
Now, we will finish lap 50 before that yellow flag gets thrown. They are bouncing and beating behind each other. 3 wide still behind them. We're kind of watching this up front right now. The first one with fresh tires is the 9 car. Can he do it with fresh tires? Right now, he really don't have nowhere to go.
Yeah, and like you said, traffic was going to be the whole thing.
Yeah. He's going to be able to take second. Don't know. He's going to have a chance at the lead.
Yeah, he's going to have a chance here.
Here
3 wide for second
yeah,
behind them. Yeah, not going to be an issue.
Boy, what a stage.
Yellow flag is out.
Thomas McBride went below the apron, and he made 2 cars pass.
Way below
that
the
was
apron.
Ridiculous. Here's the replay of that stage, or last lap. See the 53 right there. Well, Mark Jenkins also there.
Put it to you this way, Todd Cray was leading. He fell all the way to, I believe, 3rd off, from the time you're coming off of turn 4 to the start-finish line.
The big news is Todd Cray just got some stage points on. Right now, him and Thomas McBride will be tied in the points. So
here you go. These guys are going to...
Go ahead.
These guys that stayed out are going to come down this time by.
Yeah,
so
that's the thing. I mean, these guys now, they're going to have the advantage. I mean, even 3-lap old tires are still old tires, and they need, let's be honest, they will die a lot quicker. But really the big news out of this tie with Todd Crane now being tied with Thomas McBride for the playoff spot is really going to come down now that he finishes in front of the other.
So caution flag number 2 out for the end of the stage.
All right, with that said, our poll shows that 66% say there will be a new winner tonight.
So Adam Matz, your stage winner, gonna collect some more points. Let's see. Like I said, Adam Matz, Jason Keffer, Thomas McBride, Mark. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we want to go through that because that's after the pit stops. Because that wouldn't be right. But anyways, want to thank you guys from tuning in. Regular season finale.
We got a podcast, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Todd, I don't know if you know about it. It's a podcast.
Yep. We will be live talking about college football and NFL football. Should be live between noon and 1 Eastern, anywhere between there, and we're just going to talk about what had happened over the weekend, but it's all going to tie in together with this series, as like I'd mentioned earlier. We're going to have a little segment to talk about these guys, as well as the broadcast starting next week will be posted to our Spotify channel or
Todd,
account, whatever you want to say.
I want to mention there's another big race going on here. not only is the playoffs important, but this season finale champion is not decided. Adam Matz coming into tonight was only 5 points behind Steve Unich. He just won that stage. I'm just saying that there is a chance that we could run Adam Matz for the season champion.
It is possible.
Yeah, he was only 5 points down, and that's crazy to think of being Steve has 5 wins. That just goes to show you Adam Matz's figures literally consistent every single race. Actually, I don't understand how that is. I thought he went up top 5.
Yeah, well, we're about to see what's going to happen
That's
here
out.
for the second stage of this race as the pace car will dive down pit road as we approach the Geico's restart zone.
Steve has some races where he did not race it.
Yep. Green flag is out. The 9 takes off. And
Huh.
if I'm him, I'm pumping the brakes here.
Me too. You know what time it is?
It's time to turn it up. Got a battle here for the 6th position. Johnny Avila able to clear with help from the 30 of Justin Gann. He's able to clear the 27 of Steve Unich, and you had just mentioned Jason Keffer had an issue during the Turn It Up segment. He came down pit road. We believe it was a penalty.
That's what I'm thinking it was. I'm not quite sure. And also, real quick, Todd, new fastest lap, which is a new track record. Yeah. 796. Good to see Derek Clement back in here now.
Yeah.
Mark Jenkins up to second, Todd, after having some contact trying to get on the pit road or slowing down with the 11. And here he is battling this 9 car teammate. Out on the outside.
Yeah, but now Dwayne Hunt's going to be stuck on the outside lane as here comes the 30 and the 21. Johnny going to slide up in front of Justin Gann and Todd Cray to get the run off the corner. Johnny going to go to the bottom here, going to remain third. Johnny gonna go again. Gonna battle for the second position. In the outside lane, just like you had said earlier, they need to side draft more through like the center of the corner to get the run off.
Yeah, all in all, man, the race is pretty good. If Johnny Avila, he gives me that lap. All in all, Todd, what would you categorize the racing? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
Well, I guess you could say the calm before the storm.
So,
Because, well, just normally, you know, these type of races, you know, we have some small wrecks and then the big one, and then everybody kind of chills out. But so far, it's been, in my opinion, it's been a little too calm.
yeah, which is crazy. We had a wild finish. So my thoughts on it is I like it. I think it's exciting race. But I do wish that there was more power fall faster.
Yeah.
Because I would like to see these guys actually have to work for a pass.
Yep.
But all in all, it's been a good race.
I mean, look at our top three: Johnny Avila, Justin Gann, Todd Cray. You think Johnny's actually worried about being up front right now, or do you think he's actually happy that he's controlling this race?
I think right now you got to be happy because I still think that, like you mentioned, I think there's going to be a big. So, to me, I think it's going.
Yeah, so far so good for the 63 of Johnny Avila. Whoa, 3 wide. Who was that coming up through, making a very aggressive move? I believe that was Jenkins. I think so.
Running right in front, right behind me. What? Right beside.
Tell you what, there's a bump off of turn 2 that I didn't really know existed. It's starting to make these cars jump a little sideways on exit. And you can really see it when you're looking at the nose of the 30 off the back of the 63. Yep. May have to go a whole lap here to actually capture it. You see, the 30 gets these huge runs from the 21, but has to lift to not get in the back of the 63.
Where is it?
Watch right here, right
It was a bump. Huh?
there.
Right before the exit of turn 2, it's pretty hard to action. Pretty hard to bomb out right there. That probably got to fix the car a little bit. Mark Jenkins side by side. Fifth position. Tennessee Mark having
Hunter Waters pretty much staying quiet for the time being. Haven't really talked much about him yet today, other than now. So far, starting to space out like we had seen earlier in the first stage. Right now, your top 5: Johnny Avila, Justin Gann, Todd Cray, Adam Matz, and Mark Jenkins.
Hopefully,
Might
by
as
the way,
well.
guys, we're going to have a new interactive
Mm-hmm.
have a little bit of work to do on that. It'd be pretty neat. Guys are breaking out, Todd. Top 5. Top 6. Don't. Hold on. All the way back to 29.
Yeah, this second group, they need to quit running side by side and just kind of run nose to tail if they want to catch up to the second group or this first group. Because you start kind of like what you see at Daytona Talladega. If you get back so far, you're going to lose the draft, and then you're going to basically be running out of time to catch back up.
How many laps was it we told on field?
65 to 70 is what we were told. Yeah.
Really, man, fast pace. You're not going to hit here in the lap 100.
Yeah.
I didn't have to be good for my first lap. I mean, fuel mileage, I don't think it's going to happen. Not unless somebody really tries to stay out. Well, pretty close. That would be the only thing, you know.
To make it the rest of the way, you would have to pit between lap 55 and 60, and we're already past that now. So see, these guys are starting to get a little anxious back here, riding on board with Jeff Unich, who's currently the 4th car in line in this second group. He's got. Go ahead. Yeah, let's not. Let's not just.
You watch what happens.
Any idea on how the actual Cup race is going right now? Okay, so it is done.
Yeah.
I mean, we might as well.
The winner of the Texas Motor Speedway race, Tyler Reddick.
Well,
Justin Haley third.
wow.
Chase Briscoe
Well, the Blaney 4th kind of surprises me because, you know, if you go all the way back to the All-Star race at Texas, the 12 won the race. So, yep.
I would say Howard ranked last 8, William Byron, 7th, Eric Jones.
Yeah. How about that 6 car though? They've been.
We talked about it on the phone earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, don't know how that's all happening, but we're just gonna let them have it for the time being.
I will say, San Francisco not going to
Okay.
Not like it matters.
Did they throw it or did they run it in? Because I got. Oh well. 2.
Well, he closed it in, Todd. 20 points, hey. Oh, never
Oh
mind.
man.
Never mind, he can't close it in. He got him to
Yep.
he ain't gonna bring a third down bullshit. We'll see.
Kittle.
Kittle's only got 2 seconds.
Okay. I think so too. But I don't know about this front lead group now. Starting to get a little racy. They do have some lap traffic ahead of them. You got
Yeah.
the 22 of Keffer
To be
here.
honest, Old 30 just had a great on
Mm-hmm.
One thing about this, what I'm trying to figure out, there's a couple things I'm looking at. Is there any type of strategy you could go to put yourself in a better position? I think that these guys would know that better than us. Because if you get hurt, does it benefit you?
I don't think it does.
So, really, if, and as much as I hate to say this, your Mark Jenkins right now, you're kind of on your own because he has no teammates up front.
Yeah. But
He's got a car though, man.
he's got a car that can definitely make passes. But here's the thing: I don't know if you really want to make passes right now.
Yeah.
You know, we're coming down to the wire. You know, on lap. The next time by it will be lap 84 out of 130. But now is where you basically want to try and save as much fuel as you possibly can. That way, if you do make a green flag stop, you don't have to take as much fuel. But if you're going to take tires, then you might as well fill it all the way up.
A lot of people are Thomas McBride finishes. Right now he's like right now he's not really a good spot.
No.
But really,
I mean,
he's okay with McBride right there.
yeah.
That Mark's found a way to pass the cars.
Mm-hmm.
He gets right up on them, right at the end of the straightaway, dives down real fast.
Yeah, oh, that was a little close there with the 7.
Yeah, he's going to lose all these spots. He's found a way to pass, that's the thing. And you know, Todd, he was doing that with older tires. Compared to these guys. 7 lap older tires. Well, they're older.
Yeah. How about Hunter Waters here in the 7? Currently running 3rd now. Oh, we're wrecking! Able to save it. I believe that was, who was that? Yeah, I think so. I thought it was gonna be a big one right there. Yeah. But yeah.
Which he might have on this close.
It is close.
Oh, 30 to 1.
Yep.
Weird. 22 got him now. So all these guys will come back up there. So they're all I think you need to start looking at pit stops here, Todd.
Yeah, if I'm the second group, Dwayne Hunt, Tyler Seville, Jeff Unich, Steve Unich, Jerry Cochran, and Kyle Vermeer, if I'm them guys right there, I try to come in here in the next, 3 to 5 laps.
Yeah, because
possibly try to leapfrog that
you've been
front
out there
group.
for 36 laps, 37 laps.
Mm-hmm.
I have 40 to go and just a couple laps. You know what the car's going to feel like at the moment.
Yep.
So it's practice to let you know what it's like. Now, man, it does get more like
Yep.
Thing is, you're never going to have to get. So, who's going to be the first one to make the move? I'll be honest, I don't think anybody wants to do it.
Yeah, I think they're a little worried that first one down is going to be basically the sitting duck. But if you're the first, yeah. But here's the good news about being the first one. If you're the first one down, you could potentially force these guys' hand to come down sooner than what they wanted to, because the time difference between the fresher tires and the older tires could be greater than, you know, what we see now.
Yeah.
Also want to mention this second group has started to close in on this first group. Even with them running side by side here, back further in the back of this group here.
Yeah, looking at lap times, then their lap times are right on what we're seeing, actually a little faster each and every lap. So they're closing in.
I want to mention Mark Jenkins had an issue there through 3 and 4.
One of the things these guys do, communicate to all of them, be like, hey, let's all pit together.
Yep.
Like, that would get back in this race. You need to do it about 2 to 3 laps before these guys. That would be perfect. If you can do that, we're going to be right back in. And this will be another plus for the car.
So this front group has kind of settled down for the time being. But it's about to get a little crazier. I think so too.
Mr. Johnny Avila never came in. He's got a team.
Jenkins gets into the 46. Went down there to try to make a 3-wide pass.
Very slow here on the track.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got a flat tire.
He might. Definitely has a toe link broke.
Oh, Adam.
Yep.
I don't.
That was a. They didn't throw the yellow out right away, which is kind of strange.
Wow, I don't know why you throw it now. Everybody's losing.
Yeah, but that just from what I could hear from my spotter, that yellow didn't come out until Jenkins was off the wall. I don't think so.
That car's drifted around this track. I just want to point that out.
How is that possible?
Like he was sliding. It was going to be over.
Yep. And if you're that second group, this is kind of what you wanted to see. Everybody going to come down this time by.
I do want to mention, Todd, with that said, Steve Peters going to clinch the regular season.
Yeah. Oh, and Johnny Avila missed his box.
We're watching him right now on pit road, 4 tires. We've got away for a second.
See who's going to win the race off of pit road.
Yep.
3 wide here. Oh, 4 wide.
I don't know. I don't know if it's 7
looks like the 21.
Johnny,
Well, with that being said, do you want to bring in our regular season champion in for an interview?
I was going to, but you never know if he breaks out.
Yeah. All right. Maybe.
Yeah, we let it here.
Man, first time that I've got this track in race. What's the operation started?
It's pretty interesting. It's got a kind of a mix between super speedway racing and some tire wear later on in a run. I felt like we were pretty spaced out. I don't know if that was all contact based or what, but feels like maybe this is what old Daytona would be like back in the day.
For sure. It seems like you guys are getting pretty big runs in the draft as well. So we'll see a lot of guys actually have to check up for that.
Yeah, whenever you're in a big pack, that energy really seems to be there seems to be a lot of energy generated. I found myself kind of in that last run, being the last car in that first group there. I couldn't get a lot going for me by myself in the back, so I'm not really sure, how this all played out. Of course, we're all bunched up now, so this could be a pretty interesting finish.
For sure, man. Any shout-outs you can give out before we let you go?
Yeah, got to shout out league admins, Jeff, Adam, Pat. They all do a great job. This is a great race. We're having a good time up front. The Kitty Cat Coin cars, Todd and Justin are pretty quick and going to work together here, so this will be fun to try to get past them here. See what me and Johnny can try to do. Me, Johnny, Tyler.
Hey, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. And it does look like they're going to wave off the restart here.
So that gives us a second to talk about the Kitty Cat. You guys see it right there. We're sponsored. Check them out. They got a Facebook on us.
And I think they do 2 fun races throughout the week. I believe Thursdays and Saturdays. So.
Of course, ASL supports Infinite Hero as well. Bug kicker as well. Setup shot. That's Splash and Go graphics and the paint that you see on the Kitty Cat Coin cars done by Splash and Go, like all of them. Trackside and of course W Energy track code TRN ASL.
Yes, for 10% off. Yep. So here we go, gonna line up once again. It will be the Kitty Cat Coin sponsored cars on the front row of Justin Gann and Todd Cray.
I would like
Hunter Waters. Yeah. Well, approaching the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out as the 30 will take off. Watch for this 21 to drop down here. Right there. There he goes.
Yeah, that's a location.
Yep. So now, with the 19 out there alone without the 9, what can this 19 do?
Yeah, I think that he's got to get them far ahead. Keep in mind, Ray and Jerry Cochran are his teammates as well, Colin. Jerry Cochran's back on the lead lap. He is 12th right now, and Ray Cochran in 14th. So a little bit of work to do, not a lot of time, but
here's where it's going to start getting a little crazier as we're nearing the end of this race. You see right there. Yep.
You don't want to see him right now.
Nope. That is the guy you do not want to see win this race.
He is the favorite right now. If he's not the favorite,
Yep.
Good. Very patient.
I don't think he's very patient anymore because he's got the run on the inside, gonna force them Kitty Cat Coin guys up in front of the 63 of Johnny Avila. And that run just basically stalled out.
It stopped.
Yes. Oh, but this is going to hurt Justin Gann. He went up to try to block the outside. He's going to lose the momentum. He's going to slam the door shut on the 27. Here comes Johnny Avila.
The thing is, that's where you see your big wrecks happen. A lot of blocking being put on. We're going to see more and more of that. Watch trying to make a big move. They can do something crazy. You know,
Right there.
yeah, whoa.
He's going to pull the 7 with him, but here comes the 30. Big shot to the back of the 21.
I don't know if it's going to help him, though.
Hey, it might here off of turn 4. Hey, yep.
63, we got 7 up there, Todd.
Nope.
Trying to figure out. Yeah, he does.
Here comes another. Man, the 30 gets these really good runs off of turn 2. Well, this is going to put Todd Cray in a vulnerable position.
Yeah, Todd going to be caught in the middle. That's one place you
Yep.
to be.
He's going to slide in behind Justin Gann now
Keep in
on the
mind,
bottom.
Todd, real quick, Todd Craig's racing is 53. 53 is ahead of you right now. They're tied right now. Like, my gosh, that's
He gets such a good run off of 2, but he just has nowhere to go with it. Here we go. The 19 going to drop to the bottom in front of the 30 and the 21. Now going to leave the 63 and the 53 out there.
pass. We want it underneath the top of the driver. That is the
Yep.
spot. There it is right now. Todd Craig would be the one to make
3 wide here for second. This is not good. The 19 side draft in the 30. Oh boy, they're touching, they're banging. This is not good. This has allowed the 53 now to. Oh boy.
I don't think the 30 likes being side drafted, Todd.
I don't think so either, especially. I mean.
Pay off for
Yeah.
I think in order. Well, now I said earlier you had to do that now.
Yeah, now if you're the 30, you're. This is. Yeah, he's dropping like a rock. Yep.
May go around, he saves it.
Oh, wow.
Well, get back up the
The 11 going to allow the 30 to come up in front of him. And here comes the big run again from the 30 of Justin Gann. Going to go to the outside of the 27 of Steve Unich. Todd Cray going to jump up in front of the 30 of Justin Gann now as they're going to leave Steve Unich and Dwayne Hunt on the bottom. Todd Cray going to go to the bottom underneath of the 53 of Thomas McBride. This is that area where, wow. The 19 gets into the back of the 21 there.
Way on the apron.
Oh, this is so close.
Oh, teammate
they're
shot.
looking right there.
30 and the 21.
Well, that's not going to go over well in the team room tomorrow night.
30, he's going to be mad. He is locked into the playoffs. You know that. But there's no key tag coin got to help you.
Nope. I don't think you have enough in your wallet to fix that. Yeah.
Make that work. Key tag coin.
Tell you what, though, for that situation, the 21's hanging really close to the door of this 27, and it's actually helping him.
I'll be honest, the thing is, if Justin can grab a hold of it, it's close if he doesn't grab a knot. If he does, then you're going to see all these guys.
Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, but I mean, look at this battle for the race lead. The 21 gets a huge run thanks to the 11 on the high side. The 11's going to stay out there. The 21 going to get underneath the 19, shove him up the racetrack.
The 21 knows who's behind him at 53.
Yep.
make the playoffs here. These guys know hell. Somebody's going to go. Somebody else.
Yeah, and I kind of have a feeling who's going to go and who isn't.
We're getting a bump right there for 19.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little too early for this, you know, because now, if you're making these moves now, you're kind of showing your hand at what you're going to do towards the end of the race, and some of these guys will take a mental note and kind of know, okay, he's going to do this. If he's going to do that, then I'm going to do this, and ultimately it could hurt the guy making that move first, or it could actually help the guy that's behind him seeing him make that move.
To me, when 30 got knocked down, but now that he's knocked out of
Thomas McBride, wow. He forced himself in there between the wall and Dwayne Hunt there for that, to run that high lane back there in turn 1. Didn't make any contact with the wall, or, well, he makes contact right there with the wall, but, yeah, I mean,
and that could be, you know, like we talked about earlier, just that block.
still 4-car pretty much, it's actually, I thought it was a 4-car breakaway, but it's actually more than that now. McBride gonna look to the outside of the 21 again.
Real going to go up with the 53.
Here's my question. If some way, somehow, the 21 and the 53 tie for points, who gets the nod?
I don't know if
Well, right now, the 21 going to fall all the way to the back of this group.
I don't think
they may not. I don't think he has. Well, the 53 is battling between the 63 and the 11 for that second position.
Now you got to start going through. Now the second
Yep.
almost got off the draft, and that's going to bring the rest of them along as well.
While all of this is happening, Hunter Waters has been leading, but here comes Thomas McBride with help from the 27 of Steve Unich. Didn't have enough off of turn 4 there, but watch down here off of turn 2. The 53, honestly. Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If the 21 can catch, if he can catch the fire, he's going to be on fire throughout the whole playoffs.
Yep,
3 wide.
Side by side, Tommy. Now we will update the points immediately after here. Let everybody know
Yep.
for sure who wins the meeting.
Oh, the 27 caught the wall there. Oh, they bumped.
This is now a team car.
Man, what if the 53 wins this race?
I think he's going to miss one race. I
I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't think he's used a provisional yet. Big check up here for the 63 to the 7 in front of them. That's allowed the 21 to have a run here underneath the 53 again. Here comes Todd Cray for second. Man, there's a lot of what ifs with these two right here.
Here comes Todd Crayton. Now this could be big
Yep.
if he loses lap. Oh, he got one.
That's gonna hurt him, because now there's a 4-car train that's gonna just blow his doors off.
Kind of caught a break right there. And
Mhm.
Todd Cray slipping back. It could be playoffs right there. Making contact with the 9. He's trying to get everything in hand right now. He's trying to find a way to
Yep.
get a hold right up. Here comes the 21 now underneath. 27. Oh, he almost tags the 19. That may have been. Oh,
Five laps to go. Jeff Udich got a little loose there through the quad oval. And this is going to come down to the wire. Yeah.
Well, the 21 trying to make a hole. He does. Does he go low? I think he stay high.
I think so too.
I'm very surprised that this has turned into a highline race. I mean, with multiple groups now.
Well, we talked about that at the beginning of the race. The outside lane was not there, but now it is.
Yeah. Very surprised. I'll be honest. I'm just going to call
Yeah,
it. Here we go.
See, the top 3 have broken away. We got a battle for the, I believe it's the, 4th position. Todd Cray looking underneath the 11. Here comes the 72 now. Gonna look underneath the 21. It'll be 3 to go.
72 will not help. They are.
Nope. I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, it's fine. Hold on. Well, I do know this. Okay, yeah. Jerry is with GP8. So,
2 to go here at Atlanta. Hunter Waters, your race leader, as we're keeping an eye on the 21 and the 53. Those two are battling for position here for the top 12 here in points as contact between the 21 and the 19. Through 3 and 4, here we go.
The 11 and try to get
Yep,
underneath it.
53 into the wall.
There
That's
goes
going to allow the
top 3.
21 to get past him. White flag is in there.
Now, may not be done. 53 dropping back a little bit. Not over.
No moves yet for the race lead. Yeah, it is very big. Here we go. Can Johnny Avila make a move here in Hunter Waters for the race lead? Through 3 and 4 they come.
I don't think we'll get there.
Hunter Waters sees the checkered flag. He's going to take the win here at Atlanta.
Good
Holy
finish
cow.
back here for Tina. Holy lapel. I don't know who got it. Justin Gannon.
I believe Todd Cray has locked himself into the playoffs. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we will double check everything because I think he let it lap. Close. We'll wait and see. We will confirm it after we do it. All right. So first thing first.
Hey, came in clutch there.
Caught
Mm-hmm.
he took it in victory lane. And wow, Speedway finish here. Underwater took the victory.
I hear you loud and clear.
Congratulations on a big win. It looked like Clean Air was a big thing, but it also looked like the highlight really paid dividends in this one.
Yeah, I didn't really have any experience with Clean Air until that final run, but I was trying to keep my tires taken care of for the most part. But then those last few laps, I didn't even realize how much I could really push it. So I definitely felt a huge effect of that. And then yeah, that outside line, and then I think most importantly was my teammates Tyler and Johnny, helping keep control there.
Was you surprised to see the outside line? I know that you're trying to think you want to be a bottom track, but I mean, it seems like early bottom's where you want to be, but late it's really complicated.
Yeah, the guys who were running the bottom lane early on that hard, I think probably tore their tires up a little bit more. The high lane, I think I always prefer the high lane anyway. I just feel like there's more room to see what's going on. So, I felt like maybe that helped take care of the tires some. You could kind of it was a bit looser on exit off of 2, especially on the bottom versus the high side. So, I think it was multifaceted there. The high side, I think, was always going to be later on in the run the line to be in.
Man, congratulations. Going to the playoffs. Any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, got to shout out Johnny and Tyler. Without, us trying to strategize, we wouldn't have finished 1, 2, 3, and I definitely wouldn't have won. So, full credit to them for that. Hopefully, we can take some momentum into the playoffs. I know Johnny has had a down season to his standards. Tyler's always capable, and Jesse had some bad luck tonight. But everybody, on our team, hopefully can have some good luck in the playoffs. Kitty Cat Coin cars were really strong as well. Everybody in the league, shout out to them for some good racing, coming into the playoffs again. Shout out you guys up in the booth again, the league admins and everybody. It's just a great show to put on.
Good job.
Thank you.
Next up, I'm going to talk to Mr. Johnny Avila, another member of that AEW Motorsports, finishing second here tonight. We had quite a few laps, but one spot short, but either way, a teammate gets the victory. Johnny, you're gonna talk about it.
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, big night overall for your team coming in here to Atlanta. What do you think of this place? Do you like it more than the old track? Do you prefer the old one more? Overall, what's your thoughts?
I absolutely love the old one. It was one of my favorite tracks to race at, but I will say this racing was a lot of fun. In a way, it kind of reminded me of like when you would watch the Daytona 500 from like the 90s or whatever, the way people would single out and you kind of had to lift a little bit. So it was definitely a really fun style of racing.
Was you surprised by how much the lines changed? I just asked you the same question. Was you surprised at the high lane there?
At first, kinda, but after doing some laps, you just got so tight on the inside that you had to like lift a little bit more. And if the guy on the outside you pinched a little bit, he could just give himself a way bigger run. So we were trying to organize ourselves after X amount of laps, move high and protect that.
So we go to Richmond next week, begin the playoffs. What's thoughts heading there in this car?
2 weeks ago, my other league, we raced at Richmond, and going into turn 1, I looped it and took out a teammate. So hopefully I don't do that again. But
Definitely don't choke, right?
well, I didn't tonight, so thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, I performed like my fantasy football team did today.
Hey, you got that first. Good job, dude.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to all that.
Well, I'd like to shout out Todd for making me the sexy car. At least today I was able to put it up front for the guy. I've been having a so-so year. I also like to thank all the admins that put this together. The community amongst all the drivers, it's really good. Like, there's a lot of people here that I can just talk to, and we all kind of get along. So it's great to be a part of a league that's like so friendly. There isn't a lot of toxicity or hate. And then I gotta thank you guys up in the booth. You give me something nice to watch every Sunday night.
Hey, good job, man.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Tyler Seville.
Bill. Yes, sir.
3-3 right, man. Kind of an up and down night. Looks like you kind of just took your time there at the beginning of the race. But overall, third place finish, you're going to be happy, especially with two teammates right there with you.
Yeah, it was great getting our team a 1-2-3 finish. First half of the race, I just tried to ride, figure out the draft, because it seemed like if you really pushed your tires, it would really cost you, and you would get really loose on the end of the run. So yeah, the second half, nobody was given an inch, so it was just take what you can get.
For sure on that one, man. So, go to Richmond next week. What's your thoughts heading there? Do you like it?
Yeah, the only reason I say I like it is I had another league race there probably a month ago, and I won it, so I have some high expectations going there.
Awesome, man. Any other shout-outs or anything like that you want to give out before we go to the association?
Shout out to my teammates. I know Jesse got in a wreck, but it was great to get a 1-2-3. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, good job, Richmond.
All right, thank you.
All right, Todd Chase, you've seen the point situation. It is completely different of what we thought.
Yep. So these are your playoff drivers.
And we're going to talk
Yeah,
to Steve,
Steve-
by the way.
Yep. You got Steve Unich, Adam Matz, Dwayne Hunt, Tyler Seville, Hunter Waters, Jeff Unich, Justin Gann, Johnny Avila, Todd Cray, Thomas McBride, Jesse Bonnell, and Bentley Glasser. First guy out is Ray Polkey.
That is great. He
Mm-hmm.
came in here with 13 advantage.
That is tough.
All right, let's talk to him. He is picking up
He may have moved on. But anyways,
All right.
Steve, it is confirmed. Steve Unich is your regular season champion.
Todd, your thoughts on this?
Wow. What a crazy finish. It didn't play out like I thought. There may have been a move for the win, but obviously teammates aren't going to outrace each other. They're just going to work together. But an interesting thing I noticed, a Chevy, a Ford, and a Toyota, all teammates,
How about that?
top 3 spots.
That's weird.
Mhm.
He's on the same car. Wink, wink next week. All right. That's going to do it for us. We'll be back live for the playoff race next week at Richmond. We'll be live for the podcast tomorrow, and Todd will be doing some broadcasting this week too, and I may do some as well. Anything else?
Nope. I think we're all set.
All right.